Sometimes what seems like useless data, data that's not worth collecting, not worth analyzing, and not worth reviewing, can in fact lead to insights that can have a significant impact on a manufacturing facility. This is a story about just such a metric, a story about what can seem like useless data that in fact becomes a valuable lead metric. The challenge with data is unless you have an easy and inexpensive way to collect it, interpret it, and then act on it, it has very little value. Data only becomes valuable if it can be turned into information that changes behavior, that leads to a desired result. Data for data's sake is useless. But using data to identify lead metrics, those variables that drive the results we are after, is essential in our highly competitive world-class environment. A client of ours has over 135 standalone machining centers, and they had a challenge. With demand for their product at record levels, their chip bins were filling up fast. So fast, in fact, that one of their biggest productivity challenges was overflowing bins that stopped production while the mess was cleaned up. After paging the contractor that ran their Ford trucks, they waited for the mess to be dealt with, making their already aggressive production targets even tougher to reach. When the number of pages became intolerable, the decision was made to reassign responsibility. As we were already taking a data-driven approach to managing their coolants, their washers, and their lubricants, we were asked to take the same approach to their chip bin management. Now, the plant runs 24/7, so we were asked to provide 24/7 coverage, and therefore some felt that adding data collection to chip bin management would be a useless waste of time and energy. What they were really interested in was 0 pages, 0 instances where production was interrupted due to an overflowing chip bin. But we wanted more. More than just 0 pages, we wanted to help them drive down their total process costs. We wanted to improve their productivity. So we set up a unique control plan per chip bin that defined our inspection frequencies, our percent full, our dump frequencies, etc. And we started collecting the data. Data that at first seemed cumbersome and lacked value, even by the people collecting it. But as the data started coming in, we were able to start adjusting our control plans, adjusting our routes, our schedules, our workflow, and inspection frequencies. And those adjustments based on the data started impacting the results we were getting. While maintaining 0 pages, at first we were dumping 3 bins per hour, but we were eventually able to maintain 7 bins per hour, more than doubling our efficiency. And as production went up, they were able to reduce their direct labor costs per part manufactured by over 30%. Sustaining the 0-page objective with fewer dedicated technicians and higher production rates allowed us to meet their desired result while significantly reducing the cost per part. Sometimes data can seem not worth the cost of collection. Sometimes it can seem useless and without value. But we know that data-driven execution is the only way to optimize any process. And process optimization is the name of the game in manufacturing today. I would argue that there are hundreds of unidentified lead metrics in your plant, hundreds of unmanaged variables that are slowing your progress to world class. Jack Welch famously focused on variability as the lead metric that needed to be measured and reduced, while Paul O'Neill at Elko focused on safety as the lead domino for overall company performance. What lead metrics are you focused on in 2019? And are there lead metrics that you're not even aware of yet? If you're interested in learning how we can help companies identify the hidden lead metrics that are standing in the way of your goals, please message me.